Farming has grown enormously in recent years, but it comes with a cost.
Farmers are growing plants that they can't process and get to market, and in some cases, they're stuck holding the bag. Our Emily Burris is digging deeper into the budding industry, uncovering the new hurdles that the now legal crop is facing.
For decades, hemp was federally illegal and largely overshadowed by its psychoactive, profitable cousin, marijuana. Now, this controversial and versatile plant is stepping into the spotlight, with Oregon growers blazing a trail.
Which pulls more of the leaf off to get a better bud material.
Adam Kurtz founded Fusion CBD in 2016, just before the company's namesake ingredient really took off in commercial products. Cannabidiol, or CBD, projected to soon become a multi-billion-dollar industry, is now found in everything from lotions to drinks, with customers curious about its reported health benefits. That demand drew farmers.
Farmers heard the stories. One farmer talks to another farmer and said, hey, I sold all my stuff for $50 a pound last year. I was making $100,000 an acre. I made $1 million off of 8 acres.
A lot of the cultivators got a little bit out over their skis, and they didn't know how to harvest, how to dry, how to transport.
To get to market, handlers take the crop and extract a crude oil from the plant's biomass. Economists and industry insiders say the rush to grow without a processing infrastructure in place has created a backlog.
Over the last several years, we've seen the number of farmers increase exponentially, while we've also seen the number of handlers increase exponentially. The amount of handlers or manufacturers in the state have not been able to keep up with the number of acres that are actually being harvested.
And prices are dropping as larger companies and processors start to integrate their own growing operations to save money. Farmers who now try to jump in or convert from other crops may find themselves buying in without reaping the rewards they hoped for.
Yeah, so if you're a smaller farmer and you were hoping to just get several thousand pounds, of bags of stuff like this and sell it to a processor, that might not happen anymore.
No, those days are gone. And so a lot of the small mom and pops, 3 to 5 acre, even 10 acre farms are not seeing the same outlets currently that they have in previous years. This is the closest that it looks like coming out of the field.
Adding to the issue, legal red tape, as state and federal governments work to regulate this plant. Hemp is no longer considered a controlled substance, but there are still some gray areas around where it can be transported, how it's grown, how the state is going to background check growers, and how hemp is tested for levels of THC. It is in hemp, nowhere near enough to get you high, but enough for federal regulators to force farmers to till their fields if their product tests above a low threshold.
It's going to take some senses of urgency at the federal level, especially at the FDA and the USDA.
There are mixed messages, whether you're through your state jurisdiction or federal laws, and until they line up, we're going to have an interim industry.
Potentially holding back what Bo Whitney says could be one of the biggest cash crops in the U.S.
There's over 23,000 jobs associated with the hemp industry in Oregon today. And because some of the farmers are distressed coming out of the gate, there's going to be an employment impact in addition to the revenue impact that these farmers are facing.
Still, people are optimistic that getting over these hurdles will open up even more doors for hemp here at home and abroad. Beyond CBD, the plant has untapped potential as a food source for people and animals, even a building material. Products that Oregon could someday export globally.
This plant can do so many amazing things, and I'm very excited for the future.
So what happens from here? Well, the USDA just closed a public comment period about how hemp should be regulated and how these programs should look. Over the next couple of years, farmers could become eligible for USDA programs, things like insurance and farm loans, to grow and protect their product just like other crops. In the meantime, it's a question of who is strong enough to survive the industry's ups and downs until then. Emily Burris, KOIN 6 News.